and mass deportations.
Morning, Mika. Morning, Joe. It's great to be with you both. This is really quite terrifying. We've heard for many months about his plans for mass deportations of undocumented persons here in the United States. That would be hugely violent and disruptive, separating families, causing millions to be expelled through the use of force. But what he's saying now is something quite different and even more scary. What he is saying is, you recall last week Donald Trump went out and said that he was going to expel the Haitians in this country, starting in Springfield, who are here in this country legally working with authorization, and send them to Venezuela, of all places. He has said very clearly that he is going to deport immigrants who are here legally. But he said something else that's even more outrageous, and that is what is reflected in Stephen Miller's social media post, and that is that he will expel and denaturalize American citizens who were not born here. Mika and Joe, there are over 25 million American citizens who are naturalized, who are law-abiding, who are taxpayers, who have families in this country. They are fathers, they are mothers, they are children. They are our neighbors. They are American citizens. And back in the Trump administration, they set up an office in the Justice Department to denaturalize American citizens. And not just those that were convicted of crimes. Those are already subject to denaturalization if they've done some very violent crime or obtained their citizenship unlawfully. We're talking about a massive increase in the number of people that they try to ship out of the country on false pretenses because perhaps they don't like the countries from which they came. Can you imagine what that means for the fabric of this country when American citizens who are here lawfully, who are living their lives with their families, can one day wake up and find themselves denaturalized and deported? And now that the Supreme Court has said that the President of the United States, Donald Trump, if God forbid it were to be him again, can do whatever he wants in the office of the presidency with immunity, this is a recipe for mass expulsions of American citizens.
Ambassador Rice, good morning. We should underline the message you just highlighted, which was less than a year ago from Stephen Miller, not some random guy, not a random podcaster. This is the guy who creates immigration policy famously, infamously for Donald Trump when he was president and would again in a new Trump administration, saying again, we started a new denaturalization project under Trump in 2025, expected to be turbocharged. And as you say, we're talking about people here legally. In the case of these Haitian immigrants, they are here legally, so they have moved from talking about rounding up illegal immigrants, people here illegally, and expelling them from the country, to expelling people who live here legally. And I'm curious what you make of Donald Trump's running mate, Senator J.D. Vance, who represents the very town and the people in it he's attacking, putting these people at risk and standing by while the guy he's running with says he would pull them out of the country.
Well, I want to just underscore, Willie, people who are here legally, yes, but also now American citizens. American citizens, not just people who are here on work permits, but all of this is outside of the bounds of the law and absolutely reprehensible. And then you have Senator J.D. Vance, the senator from Ohio, who has no reticence to literally sick, violent actors, people who want to commit harm on his own constituencies, having students unable to go to elementary school, having local colleges have to shut down, having hospitals face bomb threats and have to evacuate. These are his constituents. If he's ready and willing to do that to the people of Ohio, to whom he's accountable, think about what Donald Trump and J.D. Vance will do to the American people. They are clearly signaling every day in every way that they have no intention of serving the American people and governing on behalf of all of us. But they are willing to divide, use fear, sick violence on populations that they don't like and pretend to be serving as leaders of this country. It's outrageous. And, let's see what they're doing, and not just what they're saying, but what they're doing every day. And what they're doing every day and what they're telling us is that they just don't care about the vast majority of people in this country.
Ambassador Rice, Simone Sanders Townsend here. I want to drill down on something you said in terms of the lawlessness, if you will, the ticket to lawlessness that the Supreme Court has essentially given a president. Denaturalization is stripping someone of citizenship, and frankly, it is rare. It has happened in the past, but it is very rare. And what Donald Trump and J.D. Vance and Stephen Miller are saying is they will turbocharge this in a potential next Trump administration. Can you just tell people at home how there are no guardrails that will be able to stop a Trump Department of Justice if this is what they would like to do? Because legally, they can currently, if they would like, a Department of Justice can take a look into and challenge someone's citizenship.
Yeah, there has always been the legal option if somebody committed a crime in getting their citizenship or a very serious crime thereafter, for the federal government to go through a process to denaturalize it. But that has happened in the past, before the Trump administration, in very, very, very small numbers, in extreme cases. The Trump administration came in, set up this office of denaturalization, and the percentage of people being put through this process of investigation and then denaturalization began to ramp up quite rapidly and substantially. And now what they're saying is they're going to turbocharge that. They are going to take it as far as they possibly can. And with the Supreme Court saying that a president has literally